Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. So tonight's agenda, we are going to pull the urban forestry management plan. We're waiting on some additional information, I'm told, so. Has everybody had a chance to review the agenda?
I'd like to move that we I'm sorry.
You're good now.
Am I here now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to move that we move non-agenda public comment to just after item 3.
I'll second that. I also have a question. So we're postponing urban forestry?
Yeah, we're pulling,
Or, so it'll be moved to like next month
yes,
or next meeting?
our
Okay.
next meeting, yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, who did the second?
Cindy.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody else have any comments on the agenda?
Move to approve.
All right, let's do a vote to approve.
I'll second.
We have a second.
Okay. Did you take roll?
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not take roll.
Can we do roll first and then we'll,
Okay, great. Anita? She is not here, not present. Dan Bigford?
Here.
Cindy Carlton?
Here.
Adam Clark? Michelle Dressler? Oh, hello. Nice to see you in person, finally. Ken Fox?
Here.
Linda Marical?
Here.
Kathleen Pishney is out tonight. Stephanie Price?
here.
Dr. Alan Tuttle?
I am here.
And myself, I am here. Okay. So we have a first and a second to arrange the agenda. We're pulling the urban forestry and we're moving non-public comment to, that's what we're voting on, to after 3.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and call the roll call vote. Dean Velasco?
Yes, aye.
Alan Tuttle?
Hey.
Stephanie Price?
Aye.
Linda Markel?
Aye.
Ken Fox?
Aye.
Michelle Dressler?
Aye.
Adam Clark?
Aye.
Cindy Carlton?
Aye.
And Dan Bickford?
Aye.
Okay. It passes. Approval of minutes, May 6th. I'll give you guys a second to read them if you haven't read through them yet.
I'll move to approve as presented.
Okay, do we have a second? Oh, we have a second from the doctor.
Okay, Dean Velasco?
Aye.
Alan Tuttle?
Hey.
Stephanie Price?
Aye.
Linda Markel?
Aye.
Ken Fox?
Aye.
Michelle Dressler?
Aye.
Adam Clark?
Aye.
Cindy Carlson?
Aye.
And Dan Bickford?
Aye.
Okay, that passes. We are going to go to non-agenda public comment. Do we have any speaker slips?
We have one speaker, Michael Ranson.
Okay. Michael, come up and,
First of all, I want to say thanks to this committee for volunteering to serve. I know it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. My comments tonight are directed towards Director Mertz, and just following up on the phone call that we had on Tuesday. And I wanted to reiterate that I believe that canceling the 2021 Bluegrass Festival is bad for Santee. I do appreciate our discussion, but I still believe that if we work together, that some sort of festival can happen in our city. As we discussed, I know that you contacted the past participants of past festivals this past January, but I'm asking you to please reach out now that 6 months has passed and COVID restrictions are relaxing. Things may have changed at this point. Please take the time to send out a simple email to past participants to get their input and their level of interest for a modified or smaller scale festival. Please engage the SPARC committee in their purpose for serving and seek other willing volunteers to help assist your department. You're a great department, actually, John and everyone else. You're a great department with this work. You have a system called Sign Up Genius that I get emails from because I volunteered at a couple of festivals, at the extravaganza. This last Easter, my wife and I donated $100 to the egg kits so that kids could have them for free if they needed them. Send out an email through Sign Up Genius requesting support from volunteers. As I stated in my email to you, as a small business owner, I do not know the term just not possible. I only know how to make things possible. Please let me support you, let our community support you and your department to help make this festival possible. Thank you.
thank you, sir. Okay, let's go to item 4. There's no further slips, correct?
No further
Okay,
speakers.
great. Santee Skate Park.
Thank you. I did ask for this to be on the agenda tonight. I'm going to introduce Kevin Prescott. Kevin is very active in the creation of a skate park in Santee. It's on the CIP, and it's an unfunded project that we want to keep in the minds and hearts of SPARC and the Parks and Recreation Committee. You know, in the 1980s, skate parks are being closed left and right throughout the United States because of liabilities or perceived liability, and Santee had the wherewithal and the thoughtfulness to keep their park open. Well, that park is 30 years old now, 40 years old, and it's aged. It's very small for what's considered a skate park today. There's a lot of benefits to having a place for our skateboarders to go, and a central place for them to exercise and socialize. And with that, I'll call Kevin up to the microphone, and he can give his presentation.
Good evening, and thank you, everybody, for allowing me this opportunity. Thank you, Dan, for that introduction. I've had the opportunity to speak before you guys before. It was a much more relaxed setting across the way. I ended up over there with a zombie dance off that's going on right now, so I'm glad I found my way here. But as Dan mentioned, the idea of a new skate park in Santee has been included into the CIP budget, the adopted version. There was a estimate of 20,000 square feet and $1 million is what we originally spitballed on our goal. And it's been a couple years now that I've been talking in non-agenda comments at city council meetings and with SPARC and with the community about the need for a new skate park. I'd like to follow up on what Dan said. The skate park is, I think, officially 23 years old now. It was the first concrete public skate park built in San Diego after all of the classic skate parks were closed. And those classics still loom as the best skate parks of all time, where all of the legends grew up and the sport grew and caught on. Santee was in the forefront when they built that skate park. The unfortunate thing is that at that time, there were no construction companies that were skater-owned or skateboarders working for those contractors. So the subtle nuances that are required for a functioning skate park just really weren't available with construction back in 1998. As anything, the activity has progressed, and the skate park is outdated. It's not so much dilapidated, it's not so much a bad park as it is the sport has moved on beyond it. It doesn't have the lines, it doesn't have the flow that is required. If you were to watch skateboarding at all, if you haven't seen skateboarding recently, you'll see it in the Olympics this summer, first time ever. And everyone and their child is going to go out and buy a new skateboard, or at least wish for a new skateboard when that happens. A good friend of mine, Mark Johnson, just moved his skate shop into Santee, local skate shop down next to Felipe's. There's a large group of residents that enjoy skateboarding, or I guess I should even branch out to say all-wheeled sports, because most skate parks, even though they don't allow anything but skateboards, roller skaters, scooters, and the like come out and enjoy it. Originally, when it was included in the CIP, it was brought up, it was suggested by a few members of SPARC that what if we were to tie it to the community safety center, which was the fire department and sheriff's department, and that sounded like a great idea, especially as a father. I was thinking, great, let's put the skate park next to the police station. That would be great for the community. But as I've watched the progression over the last couple of years, I've found myself sort of, my hands tied a little bit, not wanting to step on toes that are willingly there to help with this project, but noticing that it's just not going forward, and I'm not naive enough to think that a skate park is priority number one on anybody's list, especially Mayor Minto. And he and I had a private conversation, and he told me that, honestly, and I appreciated him saying that I know he's got bigger fish to fry. But I'm here to speak on behalf of all of the youth, adolescents, and adults that do not find a home in organized team sports. Where do they go? What do they do for activity? You can only afford to go skiing or snowboarding in the local mountains so much. Surfing is quite a ways away. Well, quite a ways away. I guess we're lucky in San Diego. But skateboarding is something that can be done with a human being on a wooden toy with four wheels, and you can do it right here. You can do it in the parking lot. You can do it in the street. And I do know that most communities frown on the skateboarders skating around in the street. One of you can correct me if I'm wrong, but a couple of years ago, there was a study done at Wood Glen Vista Skate Park as to the participants of the skate park. And I believe that it was 100% scooter kids under the age of 12, and that was a study over a year. And I think that was based on the sign-up sheet. I know I had gone there once or twice during that period to take my kids, but it's not an adequate skate park anymore. It could and probably should stay as an alternative, a scooter training ground, if you will, or whatever. But there are a lot of communities. Most communities are now looking at or have already built a new skateboard park. I don't know if anyone here has even seen or heard of the Linda Vista Skate Park, but it is the crown jewel in San Diego. I take residents from Santee there every week. We go out there on Saturdays. We have kind of family activities. Parents come, and we hang out for a few hours. We'll even go over to the Lakeside Skate Park as well. Where I'm at this stage is I've got an Instagram account, Facebook, New Santee Skate Park Friends, and I try not to post just videos of my 53-year-old skateboarding self doing tricks, but I try and promote skateboarding as a healthy alternative to other team sports. And it really brings community together. Recently, I was instrumental in organizing with a wonderful organization called Skate Park Respect, a cleanup of the Lindo Lake area and the skate park there. Surprisingly enough, well, maybe not surprising enough, there are some very good people that oversee that skate park. They're volunteers, there's nobody hired, people that care about it and that police it and that try and set the example and train the youth and the adults to, let's clean up after ourselves and let's respect where we play. And so it turned into more of a fun time hanging out. A few cigarette butts were picked up, but there's community in skateboarding. And if you've never ridden a skateboard, I don't really expect that you would understand, but I would ask that you would maybe listen. And ultimately, what I think I'm here to do is to ask for a partner in this cause. I don't know quite where to start other than where I started a few years ago, and I feel like I'm back at square one, which to me that's okay, because my conversation with the mayor went like this. Mayor, how do we get this park built before the community safety center gets built? They seem to be tied together, and I have great ideas of value engineering, building those two structures together. You could save $1 million and build your skate park. But he understood that it's easier said than done, and he said, well, it might be a great idea to untie it. And I said, I think that's what we need to look at and approach it as its own thing. And SPARC are the people that we need to be talking to. I need to be talking to about that. He had a lot of ideas that were kind of over my head politically as far as where to look for grant money, where to maybe help out with some funding, starting with the design of a new skate park and then progressing towards getting the money for the construction of it. I am more than willing to go out and raise money. I've been talking to somebody about starting a 501c3 and to start raising the money to do it, because I'm a skateboarder, my family and friends are, and it's not something that you join in high school and play for 4 years. It's literally a lifestyle. You kind of turn like into a little kid when you get on that wooden toy and roll around, and it's really good for letting go of the stresses of everyday life. I invite you all to come out. I've got extra boards and helmets, and I would love to teach all of you. A couple of facts that you may want to know is what's a skate park cost? A rough number to throw against the wall is $45 a square foot. Skate parks, good skate parks that you can sink money into, you guys are the experts in, it's concrete. And if you build it out of concrete, it has almost zero maintenance. So roughly $45 a square foot. The Lakeside Skate Park costs roughly $40 a square foot. The Linda Vista Skate Park cost, I think it was $80 and change a square foot. That was a $3 million skate park. It's got that pedestrian bridge across the top. It has some bioretention ponds. It's got some stadium seating. It's got a lot of extras because that's a place where competitions are held. That's the crown jewel. That's not something that every community needs to build, but you can build a real quality skate park for, I'm guessing maybe, $50 a square foot. As I was talking to the mayor about untying the skate park from the community safety center, which, if you're all familiar, it's the idea for that, or maybe the place that it's going to be is down Magnolia, kind of by the Edgemore barn. Chubb Lane is a little street off to the right there. People race RC cars and whatnot. That was the location, and I drive by it every day, twice a day to and from work. Since then, I did just a little bit of driving around and looking. I don't know who owns what land, but with help from a friend, I've been able to kind of figure my way through that. But I did find a location that, for now, I think would be absolutely ideal. It's a location over off of River Park Drive. And if I hold up this map, I don't know if you all are familiar with where we're looking at, but this is Sportsplex USA here. This is Cuyamaca here heading north. and River Park Drive comes off. You have these soccer fields over here. You have comfort stations, both here and here. The location that I was looking at is a triangle plot of land that's right between 3 ball fields and a soccer field with bathrooms and sidewalks all the way around it. There's a built-in savings already there that you don't have to build that infrastructure. All of the money could be put towards the actual skate park itself and maybe some parking stalls along the roadway. Again, this is just an idea that I've come up with. I haven't investigated it much further, but being that y'all are parks and rec people, I'm looking for a partner. I'll do the legwork, I'll do the hard work, but I'm really asking, we need a skate park in Santee. The residents do, and I'm here to speak for them. There's thousands of them that are saying, please. I have a skate park committee already, and we've got professional skateboarders on that committee. I've even been dealing with the Tony Hawk Foundation, which many of you may be familiar with his name. Went to them early on, found out that Santee does not qualify for a grant as Lakeside did. You have to meet a certain financial bar per household in order to qualify, but that's okay. But they have jumped me in on weekly or monthly emails. I meet them at the skate park. These guys are professionals that build parks around the world in communities that are underserved, and they're here to help. And I'm here to be the spokesperson for a new Santee skate park. I'd love to answer any questions or talk further about how
That is
we can move
how you
forward.
come to a committee and ask for a partnership.
I'm
That's
sorry. There
exactly
was,
what I meant last
there-
week.
there was no moment to interrupt you there. It was kind of no moment to interrupt. But if you can, please put your mask on when you at the lectern, because we have other people that might use the
Sure,
lectern. Thank
sure.
you.
Thank you for your presentation today. The part of land that you're specifically speaking to, I think has some other challenges with those ball fields. Those are adult ball fields. And I'm not saying that won't work. I'm just saying that the balls are hit over that fence every single night, every single game. And if there was a $400,000 net or something that was installed to keep balls out of the other field going into the YMCA. So I think that specific spot would cost a lot of money on top of whatever the skate park would cost, because the balls fly over there every single game, every night.
We all wear helmets. We're okay.
And we can make a really
We ride skateboards for a
We can make
living.
a
and
really
we
cool
survive.
game out of if you hit a skateboarder. But anybody have any questions on the skate park? That was very detailed, and I appreciate it. I used to skate at skate parks, but I was a rollerblader. But because I'm not cool enough on a skateboard.
Come on out.
Any questions? Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me,
Thank you for your
folks.
presentation. Okay, park development update. I think that would be you, Bill, yeah?
Correct.
Thank you.
Do you have the slides? PowerPoint?
Working on it.
Okay, great. There we go.
Okay, so park development update, these are just a few items that were brought up at the last SPARC meetings, and then I'm following up with an update on them. If we go to the next slide. At the last meeting, we had people from the Weston neighborhood come and express their interest in getting a playground at their park. We understand that that's a need there, and it has been included in the park improvement CIP. We have budgeted $150,000 for the fiscal year 23-24. Right now, we're developing a survey. I know that the residents have done a survey on Facebook for their neighborhood, but this will be a city park that all people in the city can use, so we want to get information and feedback from everybody in the city. So we're working on that right now. And really looking for grants to accelerate the timeline too, because I know people are interested in getting it sooner than later. So we're looking at some opportunities for grant funding to possibly move it up in an earlier year. If we go to the next slide. The chair asked me to give an update on the Mass Boulevard property, where Mass Boulevard terminates, and then at one time it was planned to go into Lakeside, but it's been sitting dormant for a couple decades now. So The long linear parcel originally intended to connect Mass Boulevard through the east. 2013 staff presented, you can go to the next slide. You can see it outlined in red there. In 2013, staff presented a concept design to the city council to convert the parcel to a linear park that would connect to the lakeside baseball fields and the Walker Preserve. The council at that time was not interested. I don't think there was enough votes for that, so that died, and it's been dormant ever since. And that's pretty much the update on that. And then the next update, just the community center, you may have all heard, but I presented an item to the city council in May to hire an architect to begin the process for phase one of the senior center and teen center. The council was concerned about the inflation effects of a cost of construction right now, and they wanted us to reassess it and come back in 4 months, which would be the September 28th meeting. And that is my report.
Okay, great. I actually have a question for you, Bill, with this slide that's up here right now. Is that, the purple outline, is that the only space in that entire area that we own, that Santee owns?
Correct, other than the southern section of Tank Hill, you can see south of the tank, or the water tank.
Okay, so that area down there that's outlined by the Walker Trail.
Yes.
Okay, cool. The purple.
Whether that doesn't have houses in it?
No, it's just the purple area. It's 1,000 feet by 100 for the first half, and then 1,000 feet by 50 for the second half that goes to the east.
And that hill is a private property? Somebody owns that?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you. Any other questions on?
I do have a question.
Okay. Go
How,
for it.
based on the shape and size of that terminus, how is that a park? At best, it looks like it would be a walkway.
But it's not a park currently. The concept that we brought forward in 2013 was for a linear park, so a winding trail with some amenities along it, like benches and things like that.
So more along the walkway, the idea of the walkway along the river then? It would be something like that?
Yeah, similar to Walker Preserve.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and I actually asked them to bring this forth because I wanted to see what we own and what the outline is. And now that I see it, I mean, it would be great if we could connect it to the Walker and make a nice walk around the thing. But if some private party owns that hill, you know, it would be going straight through their property. So thank you. Thank you. Okay. June 23rd council meeting. This is item 7. Yes, please.
Hi. Just so you know, every year we declare July as Parks Make Life Better Month. It is a recognition for recreation and parks and communities. We will be SPARC will be presented with a proclamation on that day declaring Parks Make Life Better Month in July. All SPARC members are invited to attend that meeting. The proclamation is typically in the beginning of the meeting, so you wouldn't need to sit for the whole thing. But that's the city council meeting, July 23rd, right? July 23rd, and that time is 6?
June.
June. What did I say? June. June. What's that? Is it in person? It is an in-person meeting, yes.
All meetings are in person now.
So you're all invited to attend and accept the proclamation.
And I would love to see everyone here. If you have a shirt and a badge, I would love, it would be nice to get in a big picture that Ray or somebody takes. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, what time is the council meeting? Council meetings are at 6:30 live here in person. And it's great not having to wait until midnight, till the end. So they put the proclamations up front. Thank you, Ann. Item number 8. I want to talk about the July 1st meeting, our SPARC meeting. It's the Thursday of a holiday weekend. 4th of July is actually on a weekend. I'd like to I'd like to move to cancel this meeting. And I
I'll
wanna-
second that motion.
Okay. I'll
Aye.
get a second. Okay, let's take a vote. This would be to cancel the July 1st SPARC meeting, and I hope you guys all have an awesome holiday. But let's go for a vote.
Who seconded that?
Dan?
Dan?
Okay. Let's vote. Dean Velasco,
Yes.
Alan Tuttle,
Yep.
Stephanie Price,
Yes.
Linda Markel,
Yes.
Ken Fox.
Yes.
Michelle Dressler, Adam Clark,
Yes.
Cindy Carlton, sorry. And Dan Bickford.
Yes.
Great, motion passes. But I'd still like to see you all at the 23rd council meeting. That'll be the next time we see each other. Okay, let's move on to staff report. We will start with you, Mr. Bill?
Actually, I'm going to hand it off to Ann and John Shellhammer, the recreation staff that are here present here tonight.
Excellent.
Hi, so we'll go into special events first. John Shellhammer is our recreation supervisor for special events. He will go over stuff in his program area.
Good evening, SPARC members. As you know, we had planned to postpone the Santee Bluegrass Festival until spring of 2022 to afford us ample planning time. However, we've heard the passionate response from our community expressing their desire to have an event this fall. We are confident that we can create a 21 and up event featuring a concert, food, and beverages. This event may be scaled down somewhat given the compressed planning timeline, but will still be a fun time with family and friends that our community has come to expect. We will then bring back the full-fledged Bluegrass Festival in all its glory in fall of 2022. And as we finalize details for this year's event, we will be sure to communicate those to all of you and to our wonderful community. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's exciting.
Yeah, if I might.
We do not have a date set in stone yet, but as soon as we do, you'll be the first to know.
Okay,
Could you-
now let me be the first to volunteer my time. So if you need somebody to sit on the phone and make phone calls to vendors, let me know.
Yeah, I would expect if you need any support anywhere around, we've had some members of the general public say they'd like to help, and they volunteer at most of our events. We also have many people up here that I've seen at a lot of the events, so please reach out, feel free to reach out to us if you need any assistance on any of that stuff.
Okay, thank you very much.
Can I put in a request to speak now for this item?
I don't know.
Is Sure, yes.
I just want to actually say thank you, and I just want to make sure you appreciate it.
We're
I'm sorry,
televised,
could
so
you
you're
go to
going to
the
have to go
podium?
into a microphone, because we're
Yeah,
being
because we're recording.
Oh, I'm sorry.
recorded and televised.
Forgot about Santee TV.
And you want to say your name again for the...
Michael Ranson, and I just want to say thank you for hearing us, and my offer earlier is still here and serious. I know that you need volunteers, you need help, and I know that Director Mertz has my phone number, so call. Thanks very much.
Thank you, sir.
Any other comments to John's announcement?
Any other?
No? John has other stuff to announce. There is a few other things going on this summer, huh, John?
Oh, thank you, John.
Yeah, we're doing a few things. We can finally do a few things. Santee Summer Concerts are happening. We have 6 concerts this year, so we're going to kick it off on June 24th, then pick back up every Thursday from July 15th through August 12th. Those will all be 6:30 to 8 p.m. at Town Center Park East. 4th of July, it's not virtual this year. It's fantastic news. So we'll be in person at the park. Dual fireworks are still happening, so we'll be launching fireworks at about 9 p.m. from Town Center Park and West Hills Park. So no matter where you are in Santee, you will be able to see a spectacular firework display. The event at the park, parking lots in the park will open at 2. Food trucks will open at 4. Entertainment will kick off at 6 p.m. So we'll do the patriotic ceremony at 6. 6:30 will be the concert, and then fireworks at 9 p.m. So we are getting back to normal as best we can, and looking forward to seeing everybody out there this summer.
That's excellent. Excellent. Good to hear. Now, I'd like to request something. I'd mentioned it. I'd like to have a SPARC booth at all of our, since we're starting community events again, we're doing the concert nights, we're doing, if we do a street fair, I'd like to put a SPARC booth there. And I'd like to reach out to you folks also. I'd like to get volunteers signed up. I'd like to have SPARC to be a presence in the community again now that we're starting things back up, and having a booth where we could speak with park goers, give out flyers for events, kind of the same, and we'll be near, you guys usually have a city booth as well, but I'd like to request that if we can possibly have a booth at all events. Sure. And I'll head the scheduling of that, the volunteer schedule, so if you need that, I'll make sure I'll take point on that.
John,
Okay, great.
there
We'll
a-
have John contact you and set up a schedule and give you the dates and get it all settled.
I have a question.
Yes, Ken.
On the concerts, what are they going to look like?
Well, as far as we can tell from everything coming down from the state, it should be pretty much business as usual. They finally released their guidance on open community events, which is venues like ours, where there's not assigned seating and people are free to move about the venue. And really, they don't have many restrictions unless your event is, I believe, 10,000 plus people outdoors or 5,000 plus people indoors. So we're looking pretty good.
Excellent.
Thank you.
That's great.
I have
Any
one
other
question.
question? Dan?
We-
Oh, I'm sorry.
I had
Adam?
one question. Other than how you announced it, is where would the community be able to find those dates for the concerts? I was only able to copy one.
SanteeSpecialEvents.com.
And Adam, you should have a paper in front of you. You are one of the lucky ones that you should have
Fantastic. I
all
knew
of them
that.
right there.
Got it.
However, when you run into folks in the community, you can always point them to the website, because the website's very updated. It's a good source of information, because a lot of people tell me on the streets or in the parks, like, oh, I didn't know we were doing Fido Fest. And so I like to try to promote it on my own personal Facebook page, because a lot of people do look at it, and people need something to do on the weekends. But now it's good to just point them to the website.
There's also information on Santee TV.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Now that we have Santee TV, there's a bunch of videos you can watch. And if you can't get it on your local service provider, you can actually go to the website and click through it and watch any of the videos live. I actually checked it out yesterday, and I rewatched the council meeting from last week to see the great production work. And I also watched John talk specifically about summer concerts. So it's a very cool new feature in Santee. I'm very excited that we have Santee TV on actual service providers and at any time if you like to stream it that way. Dan, do you have a question?
Yeah, when do I sign up for my canopy?
I'll talk with you offline.
Okay.
And is that it, John, on your special events? Okay.
For me.
Ann?
Thank you, John. Wanted to just mention that if you notice that you guys got the preview, we are at print with these rack cards, a little bit different than what we've done. Yep. And we have a QR code on there. We will not be taking cash at parking lots. We are encouraging everyone to zap the QR code, pay your $10 for parking, and reserve your spot. So reserved parking in advance, zap the QR code, it will lead you to the Square store, and you can pick your lot and reserve a parking space.
I had a question. What about the handicap? Is that included with the handicap individuals that attend?
John, can you speak to that? I know we do have some reserved.
Yes, all of the spaces that we have available for sale in the main parking lot at Town Center Park East are for ADA parking.
ADA only in the parking lot, in the main big lot?
Correct.
Okay, great. So
The
there's
the other surrounding parking lots, which would be Town Center Park West, Sportsplex, and the YMCA, are general parking.
and we'll have the dirt lot as well, though. Do we still have access? Is that still?
We do still have access to the dirt lot. For Santee Salutes, we primarily use that for vendors, staff, but we will have it available as an overflow lot, or if need be, we can park general parking in there as well.
Cool.
We do love parking, but we highly encourage you to walk, bike, rideshare, Uber. Parking is very limited. Skateboard, rollerblade, what have you, to get to concerts as well as 4th of July. It is very impacted.
Thank you, Ann. Do you have anything else, Ann?
I do.
Awesome.
You were given your brochures last meeting. SantyRec.com should be in the top of your brain, but I also provided some additional information. We are going full-blown into summer camp here really soon. And at Santee Rec, you can find out if we have half-day camps, full-day camps, as well as teen center hours and teen programs. We also have some instructional programs available this summer, meaning contractual camps like Legos and engineering and science-specific camps, as well as dog training. You got a puppy or an older dog that needs to learn some new tricks. It's time to sign them up. And then also karate. We have a family karate program. So those are all going to be offered, as well as dance and performing arts. So please take a look at the full brochure at santyrec.com. I have also included our new promotional card. You'll see a little business card. Sometimes we have a lot of material that is seasonal, and as we have a little lull between seasons, this card is promotional that we will be utilizing in the public. It has both special events and Santee Rec on both sides. And then also the senior newsletter is there. Santee TV did a wonderful Santee Car Bingo, Senior Car Bingo video with them, and then we are picking up our senior activities starting the month of June, indoor and outdoor, socially distanced, etc. And our seniors are excited to get back to doing additional activities. That's it for me.
Great, thank you, Ann. Sam, do you have any, or did I skip somebody? I went to you. Sam?
Yes, sir. Good evening, SPARC committee members. Just a few things. The fence at Town Center Community Park East will be coming down on June 7th. It was up for several months, so we're excited to open that field back up and get it ready for play. Woodland Vista Park is going to be hydro-stolen tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. If you'd like to see that, it's a big truck that pumps out a slurry mix of like it's a chopped up Bermuda grass. So that's going to be closed for about a month to let that root and take shape and grow in and fill in, and then that field will be done and complete and ready for use. We had a request to remove a fire hydrant from the large dog park in Mass Park. So we did that yesterday. It sounds like had some issues with the fire hydrant. So that has been removed. And finally, we have a new contractor on board starting July 1st. It's a janitorial contract at our parks. So keep your eyes out for them. Let us know if they're doing a good job. We've had same contractor, gosh, my whole career here, 14 years now. So they finally didn't bid, and we have a new janitorial service cleaning our restrooms every day. They come in every day and clean it.
When does that start, the new one?
July 1st, beginning of the new fiscal year. So please keep your eyes open. If you see anything bad or good or either way, let us know, and we can provide feedback to them. So that's all I have. I am available for questions.
I would like to start off. I have a question. I'd noticed some new janitorial folks at Town Center recently that I've never seen. I know the gentleman and sometimes his wife for the last 4 years, but the last couple of months, it was a totally different person in a Mercedes-Benz. And so it really struck odd to me. I was like, well, that's different. And there were two females that were not related to the other one. So I was just wondering, because I thought we had changed the janitorial already. I was just,
That was our main janitorial company subcontracting it out.
Gotcha.
And that was the subcontractors you were seeing. And I believe they bid on it, but they weren't the highest bidder.
Excellent. Well, thank you. Anyone have questions for Sam? Right.
Thank you.
Sir. Any other staff reports? Great. Let's move on to item number 10, general announcements and handouts. We kind of covered that in the stuff. It could be you folks as well. Okay. Dan?
Yeah, I've got something, because I hate when I don't act on an idea and then I see somebody else using it later. So, City of El Cajon has got a program called America on Your Street. And basically, they are taking and sponsoring block parties for any community that wants to have a block party. They will get them through the permit process and close their streets down and even provide a complete party planning guide for them. I don't know that they give them any money, but they certainly give them city resources to hold a block party in their neighborhood. And so, I thought about this a couple of years ago for the mobile home parks, and I didn't go forward on that idea. But here's an idea that we should actually take a look at what El Cajon's doing here. Very well put together party planning guide, and gets them through and gives them a block party.
Well, cool. Thank you. Do you have, are you going to do some more investigating on that and you can come back to see what they actually provide? I mean, if it's,
It's all online.
oh, okay. What's the website? It's just, I'll look it up.
Yeah, we can check it out, and we have contacts at El Cajon Recreation too, so we can talk to them.
All right, cool. Okay. Anyone else have any announcements? No? I have some, actually, I don't have any announcements right now. Okay. Let's go to future agenda items. Number 11. Anyone? Bueller? No? Okay.
Nothing for me.
Excellent. We will go on to adjournment. It looks like I wanted to say, real quick before we adjourn, I guess it's a general announcement I could have made. I wanted to say thank you to the staff. It's and John, especially because I know a lot of the heavy lifting is going to be on you, for pulling together some sort of an event for people to get together after this pandemic and drink. And I know the concerts kind of fill that void as well. I also want to say, Ann, I just think it's amazing that you guys are using QR codes now, because everybody that's under 40 use, and everybody knows QR codes, because during pandemic, that's the only way you can order food. But I think QR codes are a great way to get the exact link to whoever you want. And I champion that idea, and anytime you can use that, I think it would be great in any of our events. A QR code's easy, and most people now know how to use it. So I just wanted to say, I think that's great that that's starting to show up on all your literature and stuff. So thank you, staff. I move to adjourn this meeting. It is, we're not going to vote. I found out you don't have to actually vote to adjourn, so I'm going to adjourn. Thank you. We'll see you on the 23rd and then in August.